How you doing, YouTube? Matt with Massive Beer Reviews, back with yet another review, and it is some tart saisoniness with some plums and things and stuffs in the form of Wicked Weed Brewing's Bonte. Love saying that. It kind of rolls off the tongue. Anyway, yes, this is like I said, a tart saison. I've never had this before. I've had some Wicked Weed beers over the years. Some non-sour, some sour, pretty good stuff. And yeah, this beer comes courtesy of Brad. Did Brad give it to me? No. He left it in my fridge after a bottle share, and that was over 2 weeks ago. So at this point, I'm going to drink it. So thanks, Brad. And anyway, I don't know. Does that break any rules? I don't know. Anyway, we're just going to read what's on the bottle. I'm just going to get ahead of that. As far as what it says Wicked Weed Brewing the Bonte Tart Farmhouse Ale with Plum. And it says, this beer is open fermented with our House of Brettanomyces culture. This beer is then blended with a portion of golden sour onto a half pound per gallon of Italian plums. Labonte is then aged in our foeder until it reaches perfection. 6.5% alcohol by volume. That'd be that. Wicked Weed's labels, I dig them. Bottle design, the whole nine, everything about it. Just kind of a fan of how they lay their stuff out. So, yeah, let's give this a pour. See what she's got. So, tart farmhouse ale. It's blended with a golden sour, they said, and then it's brewed with Brett. So depending on how sour we're going to get here, it's a golden sour. That's not going to give you much of an indicator of how sour it's going to be. Brettanomyces can be totally not sour and just a little bit funky, so we're going to find out what's what. Pinky finger, white as white could be. Had a little bit of gravity definedness going on there. Pretty neurotic bubbles. And yeah, it's got a nice golden haze to it. Definitely has that kind of golden sour, Belgian golden style kind of coloration to it going on. So definitely lives up to that golden ale moniker. So yeah. I can already smell fruitiness from here. Let's see what kind of nose we can get in this sucker. Nice, hefty, rich, deep, aged kind of tardiness. And that fruitiness is there. I wouldn't necessarily just go all in on the plums. Maybe more like a plummy kind of skinniness rather than like a fleshiness. But it's definitely like a tart fruit component going on. A bit of sweetness going on there, too. And I wouldn't really sit in here and say I'm getting a ton of Brett out of this. I'm actually getting more of kind of a pepperiness out of it, like a white pepper, kind of like a saison-y funkiness. But yeah, nice, rich, deep, I don't want to say generic fruit, because it's definitely in there kind of plum-ish kind of realm, but it doesn't kind of pop with like plum notes. It's more of a fresher plum, like I said. That's why I'm getting more like skin off it rather than fleshiness, and a bit of tartness, but a bit of sweetness there. So I think it's going to be pretty balanced when it comes to both of those. So, I mean, she looks pretty fucking cool. She smells super fucking interesting. Let's see what she tastes like. Cheers. Okay. Way tarter than I thought it was going to be based off the nose. It's definitely not sour. Some people, they say their beers are sour, they say their beers are tart, and they kind of miss the mark. I mean, there's a little bit of subjectiveness in there, but this is definitely tart and not sour. A nice tart bite to it, though, so it's not that gentle, but I don't think it'll really overwhelm anybody. The acidity level on this is very, very, very low. This is something when it first hit me, I was like, uh-oh, this might be a little bit of heartburn badness going on, but I don't think this is going to give me any kind of heartburn whatsoever. First thing that hits you is that tartness. Once you actually go to swallow, and you start get a bit more of that kind of plummy skinniness going on. When you actually swallow, then you get a little bit more of that kind of fleshy fruitiness. There's a bit of sweetness going on. There's a little bit of that, like I said, peppery kind of coriander, white pepper, saisoniness going on. And then I know there's a funkiness to it, but for me, the Brett isn't too aggressive on this. I don't think, either it's getting lost in that sour that was originally in the beer itself, or, sometimes I get a little bit of fruit notes from it. Well, I'm going to get fruit notes from the plum itself. Sometimes I'm going to get a bit of funkiness or sourness. I'm going to get that from the sour golden ale. And then, sometimes you can get kind of like this just generic kind of breadiness to it. And I think a little bit of those flavors in this, they're a little bit more powerful than the bread itself, is kind of trumping that like typical just Brett-driven vibes. But in a beer like this, it's something that I would imagine the Brett would kind of come through and shine a little bit more. This is a bit newer. It's from October 9th, 2015. And this being the beginning of 2016 in January. So it's not that old. It's something I think where the Brett could probably shine over time if you were to let this sit and kind of come into its own. But as of right now, it's more of that tart golden ale with a little bit of funkiness and then that nice plummy fruitiness that doesn't show too sweet in the nose, but definitely comes through in the mouth, especially on the finish. So yeah, pretty damn fine fucking beer. Something super crisp, super refreshing. I'm going to do 2 reviews tonight. I was looking for something to start off. It was nice, tart, and just kind of bright and kind of liven me up a little bit because it's a long day, a week at work actually, and I'm kind of just wanted something to wake me up, and this is definitely doing a trick. So yeah, let's talk about it. Is it one of the better funky Saisons? Let's go that route. Funky Saisons I've had as of late. Actually, yeah. I really like it. I like that kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of fake out. It's going to go sour on me, but it doesn't even get, well, it gets close, but doesn't get over the edge of getting into the sour realm. So that little bit of fake out there kind of is cool for me because I like that kind of ride. So that's fun. The fruit is really nice in this. Like I said, on the nose, I was like, not so much. But it kind of develops while you drink it. So you get a little bit of that skinniness, you get a little bit of fleshiness, and it kind of melds perfectly with that golden ale. And there's enough sweetness throughout it to kind of balance everything out. So yeah, it is one of the better funky Saisons I've had as of late. Not that I've had a ton, but this one's pretty damn good. Value and availability, no idea. If you want to know all that, maybe Brad can chime in or let me know, or anybody out there knows what they pay for this. We really don't get a ton of wicked weed up by me, and when we do, it's drips and drabs, but I know my buddy Brad goes down into the south area for work and friends and stuff like that every now and then, so you can pick it up on the reg, or we could be on the regular. I don't know about the availability of this. And just say if you like what we like this. Just to echo everything I said, if you like fruitiness, and plum for me is a very gentle fruit, so it's hard to get that kind of flavor to kind of come out sometimes in a beer, especially one that's kind of as sharp with the tartness of this. But it's robust, it's there, but it's not over the top. It just plays perfectly off of the sour. So if you're in the kind of you're in the tartar beers that kind of just stop right before the edge of sour. You like your fruit, you like your well-made beers, and you like good beers made by good breweries, and you like something bright and crushable, even though it's the middle of winter. Kind of has a little bit of summer vibes going on. If that's your kind of beer, then definitely beat into this one. So there you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. If you did or you didn't, or somewhere in between, please leave a comment in the comment section below. Like, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Untapped, Massive Beers, and all 4 of those places if you want to check me out anywhere else. And yeah, another review down. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully enjoying a nice little tart plummy Saison right now. And hopefully see you next time. Cheers.